Hi. Hi everyone. I'm going to put together a little video here. I've made some modifications to my original strategy tester assistant just so we can go on autopilot a bit using dual entry principles. So I'll show you the settings. I'm on a demo account here. So what I want it to do is every 25 pips I want it to buy or sell depending on how things are going. The lot size start is going to be 1. The use combined exit, what that means is if the buy profit and the sell profit is greater than your desired profit, which I set up here, and that is set in here as well. Desired profit variable is a percentage of balance. Anyway, if it's bigger than that, then it'll close everything. Use all green means that if the buy profit and the sell profit are both in profit and number of open orders is greater than 4, then close everything. Use equity lot start. That'll just change your starting bid. It'll change your starting lot size. Okay, so in the lot size multiplier, well, that just increases your lot size as you martingale your way to profits. All right, so I'm going to start that and we'll see how it goes. I'm on the EuroCAD 30-minute chart. I don't recommend using autopilot for anything, really. I've bought a lot of robots in the past, and they all work well for a little while. They all seem to work well, but eventually they'll meet a market condition that they don't like, and they will fail. Okay, so for my little test here, I have to hit the buy OK and the sell OK, or else it's not going to buy or sell. I'm going to put the dual entry on, so then it'll enter, and I'm going to put the autopilot on, which will close things automatically for me. So I'm just going to let that run for a while. I can get rid of this window. Yeah, like I was saying, this tool, the original strategy tester assistant that I developed, I did it for myself. Because I wasn't happy with robots and I wasn't happy with myself and my understanding of the markets. So I created this so I could test different strategies to try and understand how the market moves better from within the strategy tester that MT4 gives you. Normally you can only run robots in the MT4 strategy tester. And that's by design because they know that robots don't work. So they want you to test out all kinds of robots and hopefully you'll use them on a live account and probably lose your money. So yeah, I designed this thing so that I could train myself a little better to recognize market conditions and not use EAs. I don't have a lot of time myself. I have a regular job, so I do this at night. I just play a little with the strategy tester assistant, and that has really helped in my trading. Nowadays, I don't have any live accounts. I blew all my allowance. So I just enter contests, and I've won a few contests and got a few small accounts. So I'm getting better. But I firmly believe in this strategy tester assistant that I wrote and created. I think that anybody who is interested in improving their strategies or working on different strategies or just training your eye as to how the market moves, I would highly recommend that you use this tool that I've designed. So this chart here, I got the Heiken Ashi candles on there and the Ichimoku cloud. That has nothing to do with what's going on, really. It's just a visual. So as you can see, things are going pretty well. I'm doing my average daily profit is $106 a day, or $121 a day now. My balance is going up. There was quite a big drawdown here. Anyway, we'll watch that. You can mitigate big drawdowns on a live account just by keeping up on the news and keeping a close eye on your account. But little games like this, little robots, you know, they keep you looking at the charts, looking at the screens, and getting used to how things move. You know, always remembering in the back of your mind that little guys like me and you, we don't have much of an effect on this market. It's the big sharks, the banks, who move the market drastically, seemingly sometimes for no reason, and they just gobble up your cash. That's when you're using a robot. So if you're not using sound principles and stop losses, you're probably going to get yourself in trouble. But like I said, something like this that you're just going to play around with at night and watch the screen is a great idea, just to train your eye, to train your brain to recognize how things work. Alright, I'm just going to let that keep going for a while. So we started this on, when was it? October 2015. So I'll pause this video for now, and I'll come back a little later and we'll see how it did. Thanks for listening. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, thought I'd check in. It's now the end of November, and we're averaging $171 a day. We're up to 17,000. So if we look at our schedule, I'll just pause it a bit because that seems to update the results better. So we started in October 2015, beginning of October, and it's kind of the end of November now. And we made $7,000, so $3,500 a month. And what's the graph look like? Like I said, there was a big drawdown here, and here there was something happened, but for the most part it's pretty constant. These things, these events, normally you can anticipate something's going to go on, and and just don't trade or change your settings, but you can manage those pretty well. So I'll let it keep going here. Another interesting thing about my product here is we can use the per candle feature. So at the end of each candle, it'll pause and you can have a good look at what's going on. You know, you can really evaluate things, and you can advance it candle by candle by clicking up here, advance candle. So that's good for pinpointing your entries and exits. I'll turn that off and get back going. Another good feature of my product is the speed control. So right now speed control is off. Sometimes, especially the lower time frames, the strategy tester is so fast that it's hard to see what's going on. So I work this in here, and you can turn it down, and you see that'll slow things. That'll slow each candle down. So it'll give you a chance. And you can slow it right down to practically a crawl. Once it goes 0, that's as slow as it gets. And then you can turn that off and it'll go back to its regular speed. And turn it back on again and it'll slow down. So that's kind of like the per candle feature, but not quite. So that's an interesting, or something that I felt was useful for myself, and I know you'll enjoy as well. Okay, so I will pause it again for a while, and I'll just come back later. Either it's going to finish its run here right up to today, which is July 9th or something. So it's either going to finish this run or crash, and I'll let you know either way. Okay, so that didn't take long. So there it is. We reached the end. It didn't crash on us. And as you can see, our average daily profit was $194.78, and our account balance is $49,000 in theory, not my real one. So let's look at this again. This was for 1 year's time, no, 9 months time, from 2015-10 to 2016-7, 12. So these can be a lot of fun to play with, as you can see, and I'd be very, very cautious about putting them on a live account, but they're great to play with and to train with. As I mentioned before, the real value of these things is it gets you in front of the screens and the charts and playing around. And that's the key to getting into this business. So as you can see, it worked this time, but you know, it certainly won't work like that all the time. This one had different settings and it seemed to work, but didn't make as much money. This one crashed after a couple of months. This one, the settings crashed after a couple of months. This one, the setting crashed. But I mean, the thing to keep in mind is it crashed after you had made $20,000. So I'm sure if we'd have been on top of this in a real market, you could have avoided it. That one crashed again after making, you know, $30,000 profit. So there you have it. Now I have this thing running on a demo account here. As you can see, it's pretty much the same EA, and it's coming in at 39.57%. You can see down here some of the statistics. And if I go and show you the account history, so I opened this account on June 28th. I put in $5,000, and so now we've made a profit of $900 in what, a couple of weeks with this puppy. So it has some potential, but like I say, it will eventually crash. The banks will move in. They have guys in rooms glued to their screens and computers monitoring their robots and managing things properly. That's why they're so good at taking your money. Not to mention the fact that they have an unlimited supply of it. So you have got to manage these if you plan on using an EA, which I wouldn't recommend. But I do recommend this for training purposes. So that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to show you that. I hope it interested you and you would be interested in a copy of this yourself. I have a couple of these on eBay, and you can always leave me a message or try and get in touch with me through YouTube if you're interested in getting yourself a copy or more information. Thanks a lot for listening. Have a great day and good trading.